On everybody, welcome to another episode of Fantasy Football Safe Space. I am 7 o'clock. I'm partnered with my brother from another mother, Brother Fox. How are you?
Hey, I'm blessed, man. I'm blessed. Just hoping for this Chiefs dub.
Yeah. So we get you live in a Chiefs game, and you
Yes, sir.
multitasking.
Facts. I apologize in advance if I seem a little bit out of it. It's gonna be because I'm checking on the game. You might hear some fuck yes throughout.
I like it. Big E should be joining us shortly. Shout out to Streamlabs. Shout out to the Fantasy Shot Callers for letting us do what we do so well. Brother Fox, before the game comes back on, how can the good folks take care of us?
Hey, as always, you can give us that HBO special. If you don't know what the HBO special is, the Help a Brother Out special. So help some brothers out. Hit that like button, subscribe. It truly goes a long way.
There it is. Let's get into it. Who hurt you this week?
So it's so weird. In one league, my team puts up a lot of points. I have Tyreek Hill. I have Devontae Adams. I have Lamar Jackson. And in my personal league, Big E, our third co-host, I don't know if he saw my team and adjusted, but this man has Lamar Jackson, Tyreek Hill, and Devontae Adams. So in one end, they helped me tremendously in the Las Vegas league, and then they hurt me in my personal league.
Did you play him in any of the leagues?
I played him this week. I'm playing him as I'm playing him this week in my personal league, and he curb stomped me. He's projected to put up 167 because Lamar went off, so did Tyreek, so did Devontae Adams, and he had Cooper Kupp who kind of shit the bed for him, but other than that, he went off.
We got someone that says, let me get the first part. It says, hey guys, I have a very close matchup in my app. They didn't count Hurts interception. Where can I report this issue?
Generally, you have to report it to your commissioner, and your commissioner could use the commissioner tools to adjust the points if necessary. Usually, if you have like Yahoo would do it after the fact. They always go through and revise the points, usually near the end of the week. Like so, once Monday Night Football concludes between today and tomorrow, they will adjust your points.
Yeah, Brother Fox, says Yahoo usually does a point adjustments. George, who are you playing with? Who is it through?
Yeah, if it's Yahoo, they normally will correct it before midnight Eastern time. So they'll go back through and add all the points. It might not be there in there right now, but they sure will.
He says if it's NFL.com. You playing fantasy through them?
That I don't know. But generally, and this is a rule of thumb, they normally will correct it. Yeah. If you contact your commissioner could, remove and add players from your team. They can adjust scores. It will just send out a league-wide message letting everybody know that the commissioner used the commissioner tools to adjust this, and just have the commissioner give like a little synopsis, saying, hey, Jalen Hurts' interception in the second quarter didn't count towards the point scoring, and the point scoring has been adjusted. Who killed you?
Najee. I mean, I'm weak at running back. There's nothing I can really do about that. I tried to make some trades. People aren't looking at their trades, trade deadline. Got a lot of guys in the playoff hunt. I got guys with like 5 running backs, no quarterback. I got Dak and Dobbs. Let's work something. They're trying to offer me Alexander Madison, who's not even healthy right now. Like,
not at
help
all.
me. So I got JT on a bye, but it looks like I'm rocking with JT and Ford for the rest of the season. It's not looking pretty. It's gonna be a close one for Las Vegas for sure. I killed myself. There's no one to blame. I benched Trevor Lawrence.
But rightfully so. Like, Trevor had numerous back-to-back bad weeks.
Entire season.
Yeah. He's for a team that was projected to take such a dramatic jump, for them just to be so pedestrian is it's rough.
Only one team out of that division is going to make the playoffs, and I can't guarantee that it's going to be the Jags.
Yeah, true.
What's up, Albert, man? Hopefully you're doing good. Well, family, thank you for joining us. We always appreciate you. Always appreciate the energy. Let us know who hurt you, who let you down,
or Albert, who hurt you this week, brother?
Or who killed you. Yeah, I played against Lamar. I played against Tank Dell.
Oof.
Yeah, I thought Nico Collins was going to be the guy, but it seems like as the season progresses, Tank Dell is looking more like CJ Stroud's number one. I had a questionable offer for Tank Dell about 2 weeks ago, and I did not accept it. And now I kind of wish I did.
Someone who killed me, Keenan Allen, and it's not even because like he had 116 and a touchdown. But what really has killed me is that Keenan Allen gets a lot of targets. He had 16 targets and 10 catches. It's like with that amount of targets, like you're gonna put up numbers.
Yeah. Target share is something that doesn't quite get reflected or shown, but it's a big difference. Even if your guy isn't a big touchdown guy or a big yards guy, if he's getting targets and half of those targets are converted into reception in this full PPR, you're getting at least 16 targets and only 8 receptions. That's 8 points, not even counting the yardage. Even if it's 12 targets and 6 receptions. So
another guy who killed me silently, Devin Singletary from the Tech. He put up, Singletary put up
21.6 maybe.
He put up 19.8. Yeah, 111 rushing yards, a tub, 2 catches for 6. Yeah, it's like he was like a saving grace out there for anybody when Pierce went down a couple weeks ago. He's been huge. He's been huge.
I added him in my work league and start. I had no choice because Ramondre and JT were on a bye, so that was a plug and play. I still might take the L because I didn't play Lawrence. But I'm out here fighting, trying to be scrappy, resourceful.
Are you serious? Did he really just fumble?
Oh, who was it? Give us the play-by-play. Give us the update.
Travis Kelce on a slant. He caught it for 7 yards, got hit, and the ball came out. They're discussing right now if it's a incomplete pass or a turnover. By Kelce's expression, that's a fumble. Yeah, that's a fumble. They peanut punched him. Damn. Good shit.
What's the score right now?
17-14. Okay. Kansas City was driving. We were on the 14-yard line, bro. We were about to put some points.
Bare minimum 3 points.
Yeah, and shit, we got peanut punched. Yeah, nothing you can do about that. Trav, you got to hold on to the ball.
Who's letting me down is Laporta.
Laporta.
He's not playing horrible, but I traded him and he was tied in 3. He might be tied in 6 or 7 now. I think he's got back to back under 7 points. I have him as my flex because I have Hockenson as my tight end. I just need more. Especially with this Vegas league being so competitive. You lose one game, you could go from 5th all the way to 10th place.
True.
It's that competitive. It's like 3 teams at the top. One guy at 4, he could lose one and go down to 7. You could go from 5th all the way to 10th spot down to the 10th spot.
Yeah, it's on our saying too, the Vegas League has become more competitive. It's just there's a lot because the uncertainty this year in fantasy football, because so many people who are projected to do well have kind of shit the bed. There's a lot of parity. Like I started off the year 4-0, and now I'm like 6 and something. It's just I went through a streak where my running backs just were not producing. And then when Devontae Adams wasn't getting the ball, it was killing me. It was killing me.
Yeah. But I saw a report that said Garrett Wilson is not startable without Zach Wilson. What are your thoughts? Because I have him in my work league. I think he's extremely talented, and it just sucks that like he got one drive with Aaron Rodgers, and then his season pretty much. I took him.
So
maybe
it's hard.
16.
It's hard to tell only because Tim Broyle, when he came in the game in the fourth quarter, in the NFL, the starter gets 95% of the snaps during the week. The backup takes the practice squad reps and stuff like that. So you really don't see legitimate snaps from hold on 1 second. Okay. Hell yeah, defense. Get the 3 and out, punt that shit.
Oh, there he is.
All right, but it's just when it comes down to it, we don't know what Tim Broyle can do with
Mm-hmm.
Wilson. I think he's startable for at least one more week. He's startable for one more week until we see the indicators of whether or not they have that connection. You know, he's going to have a full week of reps, and we should know by Sunday what he can produce.
Okay.
Big E, what you talking about, player?
What's up, baby? Blessing out of favor. Y'all trying to hold a pimp down. You know what I'm saying? It just happens sometimes. You know, I was sitting over here for 30 minutes. You know, just posted up, but
oh man,
I ain't going ahead now. So you're gonna hear my take. You know what I'm saying? Big E gonna speak.
Talk about it, Big E.
Talk to the people. Talk to the people.
Who hurt you other than the Raiders?
Oh my goodness! Hey, mainly the Raiders. Cooper Cup. I'm talking about, man, this dude it done went from just high quality, you gotta have 30-point guy to 2-point trash, man. I mean, you know, Joe Burrow hurt. I mean, I don't think it was none of his fault, but Joe Burrow he's starting to be an inductee.
Yeah,
he is. Inductee to the blue tent, boy.
He light blue.
He light blue all the way, like 7 shirt over there. It's kind of mid, you know. It's mid, you know. It's mid. It got the, you know, corduroy. What's good, Seven?
Nothing much, man. I'm trying to stay alive. Trying to make the playoffs. That's the goal. At least not finish bottom 8, bottom 4.
We got another question.
Golf next week. Who the matchups? We still got to survive week 11. Chris,
let's see here.
Give us who Stroud and who Goff got play. Yeah, man. I'm just trying to make the playoffs. Even if I can't make the playoffs, I'll take 7th place because 7th place means I get to stay in the diamond.
Houston plays against the Broncos next week.
Broncos been playing good defense.
They have, but Stroud just been
playing. Actually, no, I'm lying. My apologies. They're playing against the Jaguars.
Okay.
And then
that might be for the division.
Lions. Let's see who are the Lions playing next week?
Bears.
So Lions play the Packers. I'd lean toward. I know Goff had a 3 interception game, which kind of sucks.
Yeah.
But I feel like with the Packers, they're not gonna have to pass the ball too much because the Packers kind of below. They're going to be able to get their running game going. I would lean towards Stroud because I feel like for Houston to be successful, Stroud has to matriculate the ball down the field. So I go with Stroud.
I saw a stat someone say that Monty and Gibbs are legit starts. There really, really isn't that much of especially in the red zone goal line situation. I like for Stroud to throw in a touchdown rather than it be ran in by Monty or a toss to the flats by Gibbs. So I'm just gonna for lack of running back, I'll take Stroud over Goff. I think the defenses are pretty similar. Green Bay's a suck. I don't think no one's afraid of Jacksonville's defense. So I would take Stroud as well. What about you, Biggie?
Yeah, man, I'm with y'all guys, man. I think that Stroud's just a player. He's just a player, and I'm out picking about people around here. You know what I'm saying? That we, Carolina passed them. Like, y'all got this short quarterback, man.
Make-a-wish quarterback.
Yeah. You had a perennial all-star, behind him. You know what I'm saying? The Hall of Famer. Not to say he's all that, but just to pick him. But Stroud has got to go with. I think Goff has a little bit of pressure on him still because they still expecting Detroit to do things, bigger than what they've ever done, recently. And so, I mean, Goff hasn't played like everybody act like, they act like he was going to be an MVP caliber, quarterback. He's really not produced like I thought he was going to produce. So I'm glad I didn't draft him. But I would go Stroud.
As Steve Smith says, when you're a dude, it means you're a jag. You're just a guy.
Just a guy.
You just a jag out there. You just a guy.
He killed you.
I never heard that one.
You see what he did to Judy?
That's why Jerry Judy got mad at him. He called Jerry Judy he called him a jag, just a guy.
Just a guy. Hey, look it up. For anybody who haven't looked at that, look up just a guy. Steve Smith went in.
Hey, he don't get enough love. Steve Smith was probably my favorite player when he was playing. Pound for pound, he was like Allen Iverson, just that grit.
Now, Steve Smith's podcast is definitely worth it. When he breaks down wide receiver play, he broke down Quentin Johnson, the kid from San Diego. He said that just looking at his tape from college, he's like, he is going to be perennially disappointing you. You're going to want him to make the catch that win the game, and he'll drop it, but then he's going to make a spectacular one-handed catch on the slant that goes for 3 yards. And it's like, I was like, ooh.
Yeah. But I mean, like I said, Steve Smith, he doesn't get as much love. He definitely was one of the greatest wide receivers I've ever seen. And for his size, I mean, he was just a monster, man. So, I mean, he's definitely loved around these parts. You can believe, the country, in the country.
Right. Anyone do well for you, Big E, this week? Anyone tear it up? Brother Fox let us know Lamar went to town for you.
Oh, yeah. Hey, Brother Fox, that's why I think he was blocking me out. He didn't want me to talk. He didn't want me to talk about that game we had. You know what I'm saying? But it's all love. But now Fox unlucky, man, because he just plays against the toughest. It's like he gets the best, everybody's A game. And I am not trying to. Every week.
I'm living right. That's why.
Yeah.
Right.
Hey, I know. You know what I'm telling you. But now Lamar went off on a few teams. I had Gus Bus. Gus, he did good, and Mixon. Mixon, I had him on both of them on the same on another league on the same team. So
that fumble.
Look.
Are they calling it incomplete pass?
Probably fumble. But they hurt me, man. I mean, they did good. Other players, there's a lot of bye weeks. I'm just looking. We talked about next year. I'm looking for next year because it's not looking too good for Big E, and I might be relegated.
It's looking scarce out here, right?
And I'm like, yo, and see, I was like whooping lady shot call, and it was like 30, one of them 30-minute swings, man. I went to the refrigerator, ate a pickle, what I'm saying, from the country, we still eat a pickle, straight out the jar and stuff, So I'm just like chilling. Next I look back, I'm up like 70-50. It was like 98-70. She done jumped me. I'm like, oh. And it was I got Kelsey too.
Quiet as kept. She's probably the best fantasy football player on the smaller circuit. Not one of the major players. But as far as like intercontinental champion, it's probably Lady Shot Caller. She got the gift. She got the gift, and she only been playing for 3 years. So shout out to that queen, man. Hopefully she's doing well. I know she's traveling. Hopefully she made it back safely.
No doubt. But y'all see, I was killing Jimmy 7. You 6 in a row. I'm gonna keep saying it. So somebody, there's really nothing you can do but just bring, your A game every week.
We ain't gotta talk about that.
Oh no, I'm gonna talk about it.
We ain't gotta talk about that.
Every week, every time I said 3 in a row, I was sitting in eyeballs. Every week, this week, I said I'm just gonna let it be known on the show. 6 wins in a row, 7 been killing. I always like that. I like when somebody comes into the playoffs. It looks like you're gonna make it, and I don't know, man.
Yeah, don't jinx me now.
It's still wide open. It really is. Even with 3 games left, it's still wide open.
Yeah, I never liked that the NFL went to that 17th game.
I hated it.
And this year, if I don't make it because of that last game, I'm gonna be, what really grinds my gears. It was stuff. Like, if we can take a segue away from fantasy, it was set up perfectly. You had 16 on the, always say the East and the West. You had 16 in the AFC, 16 in the NFC. You rotate. You play your division rival once at their home, once at home. Then you played someone in the conference, another conference rotates every 4 years. Then you played someone from the NFC every 4 years. Everything was magical. Now you got this ugly 17th game. It's that big friend that don't nobody want to take home. Don't no one want to take one from the team. Because what if you in the NFC and you draw the Chiefs? What if you in the NFC and you draw the Chiefs for your 17th game, and then on the other end you draw the Raiders? That ain't fair. That ain't fair. I felt like it was set up. It was perfect. They didn't have to mess it up. And I think they need to get rid of this Thursday game. I've been saying that for about 3-4 years now. Do a double Monday night. Let these players rest. We're getting too many players getting injured. The games have always been satisfactory. Rarely do we ever get a great game on a Thursday night. Let's just wrap it up. Let these players rest. It's the most physical game. They don't get none of their money is guaranteed. Let these players rest, man.
Right.
Oh wow, he caught. Wow.
I need a cup of cold and the cheeks of Brother Fox over there gonna make a diamond. There's some pressure. It's some pressure over there.
It's fine. we got this. We got this. You know,
okay, we're gonna see what's up. We're gonna see what's going on.
We got this.
Yeah, man. I think there are a lot of things in fantasy. I don't like the coaches and certain people. They act like, well, fantasy, it doesn't matter to me. So they'll deliberately do things like, they gave Jonnu Smith a run, Arthur Blank them. It seemed like they were just trying to mess up people's fantasy days. If it doesn't mean anything, then don't try to, just play the players. Back in the day, they used to play the players. If Walter Payton, you was on the goal line, you would give it to Walter Payton. If Barry Sanders and different things like that. We got too cute where we do these little touch passes to wide receivers. Give it to the dog. Let them run in. I mean, you can't even play a running back with, and be confident about it anymore. That's what I feel.
True.
It's interesting. They had 1,000-yard running back in Tyler Algier. With playing him dirt, peanuts on the dollar.
Right.
And I think with the 7th, maybe 8th overall pick, they went and got Bijan. And they're giving it to touch passes to, was it Jonnu Smith?
Yeah.
On the goal line, on the 3. Like, what are y'all doing? Then they got him doing punt returns. Arthur Smith don't even need to be an offensive. He need to go be a high school coach because I wouldn't even trust him at San Jose State.
Right. I mean, this is crazy.
Got nothing for us, bro. He in the game.
I said this to you last week when we were talking about Bijan not being productive. The Atlanta Falcons are secretly tanking. They're secretly tanking. They went back now to Desmond Ridder at quarterback, even though Heineke has been moving the ball much better than Desmond Ridder did. I just feel like there's too much quarterback talent coming out this year. All the top 3 quarterbacks are potentially franchise changers.
Right.
From obviously everyone knows about Caleb Williams. Drake May from North Carolina is spectacular. And then I think the silent killer, Bo Nix from Oregon. Bo Nix got a fucking cannon on him. He's Herbert Jr. It's just like that. So in the right situation, Bo Nix could put up some numbers. He only came back. He would have been a late first-round draft pick last year, but he decided to come back for his senior year just because he wanted the chance to win the national championship. But it doesn't look like that's going to happen either. But
no, I don't think we're ever going to see an Oregon national championship.
Bo Nix, man, he played 100 years in college. He ought to be good. Good God. He 3 presidents. Three presidential terms.
He was redshirted, and then he played 4 consecutive years.
Right.
That's rare. That's super rare.
Yeah. Chris Winkie.
Yeah, he's going to be like 24. I think it's 23 or 24. But
someone will take him in the top 10. Someone will take him in the top 10. I know that's always a red flag because it shows not a lot of room for growth, but someone will take him.
Exactly.
Yeah, I think like you said, I think Luke May out of the group is the bust. And I'm a Carolina fan. I'm a UNC fan, not even for football, but basketball. It's Tar Heel Nation here. But it's like I think Luke May is a bust. I think he's Zach Wilson is going to come in.
Really?
I'm telling you. And then you can save this, copy this, put it out there. I think Caleb is that guy. I think he's going to be not Pat Mahomes.
I don't like his attitude.
Pat Mahomes this year. He's going to be all right though. Pat is talented. He just saying he needs more wide receiver talent, but Caleb's going to be good though.
I'm not a fan of Williams. I love his talent, but I think his ego has gotten the best of him, and it's reminiscent of a Manziel, Baker Mayfield, Cam Newton, and that's just not it's not okay for a receiver, but I'll accept it for a receiver. But the quarterback is the most important position in sports, all of sports, and I obviously if I'm the Bears or if I'm whoever, I take him, but I would put an asterisk on it because his ego is kind of inflated up there.
I think what it is for him is that what frustrates him is other than his freshman year when he was at OU, where he had a subpar defense. Like it was okay. And they were able to get to the playoffs, and then they ended up losing in the playoffs. And then for him to transfer, Lincoln Riley has been unable to put together any sort of defense with the Trojans. it seems as though like every week he's putting up 42. Like if you're putting up 35, 42, 50 points a game and your team is still losing, like how frustrating that. Like it reminded me of like what he's going through is kind of like what Pat Mahomes did in 2019. We made it to the AFC Championship, but it was by like Pat threw 50 touchdowns because he had to throw 50 touchdowns. Like shit, it was like we couldn't stop a nosebleed. It was ridiculous. We led the league in sacks and still couldn't stop nobody. It was awful. And I think he's going through that same thing. It's like how much do like help me? He has good receivers, he has good offensive players, but it's like if he doesn't play a perfect game, USC loses. And it's sad.
That's right. I mean, you see Notre Dame. I'm a Notre Dame fan too. Notre Dame, they beat the brakes off of them, and it was all Caleb, Williams doing it. So he does need some too. But yeah, great.
Y'all got anything to add before we wrap it up, Brother Fox? How can the good folks take care of us?
As always, y'all can give us that HBO special. That's the Help a Brother Out special. Hit that like button, subscribe. It truly goes a long way.
I just have one thing to add because I came in a little bit late. I wanted to ask Brother Fox. With Kelsey, and I had Kelsey, and Sam, we had talked about some trades. Other people, they were sending mad trades, and I kind of didn't want to get involved because I didn't know if I was going to be in the playoff mix. You know what I'm saying? To throw a player out there, and I'm kind of a little bit lower on the scale, to making it. But I was wondering if Kelsey, do you think that this is like, is he Taylor Swifted out? I mean, I know that they plan for him, but they always plan for him, and he's produced. But now it ain't like he's producing. Like, I mean, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get it. Truth be told, when it like Kelsey is still playing pretty decent, but it's just that we lead the league in drops and we lead the league in offensive line penalties. Our two tackles, both of them average 2 to 3 penalties a game, and there's hell right now we just had an offensive line penalty. We've had so many drive killers. Pat to throw a pass for 12 yards, holding on left tackle. Pat to throw false start on something. It's like we've shot ourselves in the foot. I would say for Kelsey, we have a very easy schedule coming up these next few weeks. So I would say just be mindful of that. Oh fuck, god damn it! About to be 4th and 12. But yeah, it's just be mindful. We have a soft upcoming schedule. That I think Kelsey will be able to rebound right before the playoffs.
Okay. I like it.
Thank you, man.
Once again, shout out to Streamlabs. Shout out to the Fantasy Shot Callers. This is Fantasy Football Safe Space. Join us every Monday, 7:30 Pacific Standard Time. I'm 7 o'clock. That's Brother Fox. This is Big E, the Fantasy Football Big Guy. We'll see you guys next week.
All right. Chiefs. I know he's going to hit that.